about. So, but before we go to the focus of your study, Dr. Emma Jimo, I would like you to talk about the PhD journey in itself. How long did it take you to conduct this study, to run this program? You know, in Nigeria, a lot of people run their PhD program for close to 5 years and 6 years. But for you, how long did it take you to run this program?
Okay, yes, for me, first, okay, let me say I'm grateful for the congratulatory messages and for associating with me, naughty boy like me, you know. So to answer that question directly, it took me 4 years to do this. Even though my first degree is already 20 years old, at least. So from that time
Wow.
to now, yeah, from that time to now, I had the intention of returning to school. It had always been on my mind, you know, but maybe nature, maybe events, maybe chance didn't allow me to actually do that. And I tried enrolling in my school a number of times. You know, of course, you know already, I have a number of senior friends as lecturers in the primary university. I have access to a number of, you know, I spoke with them about my intention to do PhD, but it just didn't work. Sometimes they were interested, but the national erratic school job, you know, was a stumbling block a number of times. But eventually I got to do it, and it took me, you know, 4 years to do this
Wow.
one. When I started, I thought that I didn't want to be one of those tragic stories. Although I started 10 years ago and I didn't finish, I didn't want to be part of that story. So I think I'm very confident that the 4 year, you know, duration was my lot. 4 years maximum.
But how
Can you hear
easy
me?
was that? Because I feel that
Well, they say
how
nothing
easy
good
was that?
comes.
Because in
Yeah, I
Nigeria,
get your
despite the
point.
fact that you want to
I think
run a 4 year course or a 5 year course, we have the ASU factor
that's right.
that comes to
Okay,
play and
that's right.
sometimes extend the duration of the program. So did that also play out for you? You know, we had COVID-19 to in between.
Yeah,
COVID-19
exactly.
and the ASU strike.
Yes, I think that I was just fortunate, really, to put it that way. Yes, I had the determination to ensure that things were done to a logical conclusion, you know, which actually turned out to be so. So all other factors were also odd against me, but I think somewhere along the line, I was able to overcome the hurdles. So my
Okay.
resolution paid off. And then I was fortunate, you know, with a number of human resources around me. Well, I know you have asked me who supervised my work. I was fortunate to be in the hand of one of Nigeria's best. That's Emeritus Professor Alaba Ogunsanwo. You know, so it was a top-notch teacher, mentor. He was available beyond just knowing books. I mean, you could learn so much from him. So um, that point plus other factors that helped me to overcome the extraneous factors such as school closure and all of that. So for me, no school closure, everything worked out fine. Yes, it wasn't easy. It was tough. But tell me what is fine that we can get easily. That would be fraud, right?
Definitely, like you said, it wasn't easy. But when you say it wasn't easy, and you know, you come on radio programs, you do your normal work activity, you have your family as well. Were there things that you had to sacrifice to make this program work?
Oh, so much. So much. Well, let's start from the basic one. What is common to all humans, whether you are black or white? Of course, you know that I've always said there's no black man, there's no white person, right? Okay, so that common factor is time. So I had time challenges. Knowing how long I have waited for this. I told you my first degree is already more than 20 years old. So between that time and now, I had wished, I had wanted it, I had planned, but it just didn't work out perfectly. So, but when the opportunity came, I took it. I grabbed it by the neck, you know, I didn't grab the wrist or the elbow. So I didn't allow it to slip off my hand. So I overcame time, yes, which was the primary. And secondly, you mentioned that I have a family. Yes, I think that I love my family. I will find out from them whether they agree with me that I love them, or maybe whether they're the ones who love me. I don't love them. I'm not too sure. So I have a
I'm
family,
sure
and when you combine that with the rigor of parenting, you know, I mean, you look at a parent who is raising, you know, parents who are raising children, they call it life cycle poverty. You have to experience it. If you have 3 children in school, for instance, you cannot afford to go to the club if you are a clubber. At least you will have to cut down on the number of things that you do. Maybe you reduce your consumption of certain things that you love. Maybe you reduce things that you also financial challenges. Yes. But somewhere along the line, I overcame, even if I'm indebted, but it's okay. That's a good way to be indebted, you know. So that challenges there, but all already overcome.
in Nigeria today, Dr. Emma Jimo, you know that the PhD degree, the doctoral degree, is almost measuring in the same value as the bachelor's degree and the NCE, if I am not exaggerating, because there are so many PhD holders who are out there applying for low-paying jobs because of the unemployment situation in the country. You see PhD holders applying for jobs paying as low as 30,000 naira, sometimes 20,000 naira. Has it ever bothered you that?
Never. Well, first of all, let me say I'm
Ask the
surprised
question
at your
directly.
mathematical computation and an equation of a PhD to NC of where you got that mathematical permutations from. It's okay. Let us
They are all
assume that
applying for
that's
the
true,
same
though
job.
it's not. But I'm not bothered at all. Okay. I'm not bothered at all because I know that I have just opened a wider door of opportunities. For me, I believe education might not be the best legacy, right? People say education is the best legacy. I think otherwise, but I can say convincingly that education opens doors of opportunities in very many ways. So for me, even if that was the status quo, it is not. I will definitely overcome it since I've been able to overcome this very difficult one, really. So I think that I will be careful to look at where the opportunities are, right? And then the third one. So as bad as things are seen right now, I'm sure that if you know your onions, if you're on top of the team, if you're a top-notch, you know, personality yourself, if you're a top-notch scholar yourself, if you are interested in what you are doing, you are skillful about it, you are competent, and you have people, you know, around to support you, you will definitely, you know, do beyond breaking even. You will make a headway seriously. So I'm not bothered by that at all. I am hopeful that there is something very big on the way for me.
The way you answered the question, it was like a God forbid, God forbid.
Yeah, even the same.
All right.
Yeah,
But for all of those, are you with me?
yeah, sure.
Okay. For those PhD holders who are applying for those low-paying jobs as
Yes.
a result of lack of employment, do you think that they really do not understand the value that that degree carry?
That's it. I think that they know less about who they are or what status has just been conferred on them. So if you have a PhD and you are confronted with the demon or the evil or the devil of having to take a 20,000 naira job in someone else's employment, and you sorrowfully and hurriedly take up the job, I think that the person doesn't know who he is exactly. So yes, I'm very sure about that. I mean, you could initiate a job. There are so many things you could do, to make you stand out of the crowd. So I think those who are in that situation, they have to look beyond, what is obstructing them right now. Okay, if there is a stumbling block in front of you, it takes someone who has foresight, who also uses the benefit of hindsight to know that there is something that is beautiful behind that stumbling block. So those in that category, in that situation, they see only the stumbling block. They do not care about what is behind the stumbling block. That's the problem. That's the problem.
Thank you. Now, before we go to
okay, please.
okay, yes, before we go to the focus of your study, this is a time when a lot of Nigerians are fed up of the country as a whole, the educational system, the universities, and people are complaining about the products that our universities are producing. And so it's almost a time that a lot of people want to go outside the country to seek a better future for themselves, for their family, and also in terms of the educational quality and value. Dr. Emma Jimo, do you regret having this study in a Nigerian university, and do you also support the idea that people should go outside the country and get better education than what apply or obtained in Nigeria?
Okay, all right. That's a very interesting question. It is interesting because I attempted the japa syndrome. I'm using your phrase. I'm putting your phrase back at you. I was going to fall for the japa situation. As a matter of fact, yeah, I actually attempted, a Canadian university. I was admitted, and you know what? I, followed, did all that I needed to do, sent transcripts. I did everything required of me, but it didn't work out that way. So instead of insisting that I will be focused on something that is not forthcoming, I simply looked good. I simply, wanted what was important instead of looking for what my hand did, even after doing the basic things. So I have no regrets that I have chosen Nigeria. Believe me, if I had a way, no doubt about the fact that Nigeria is a very country, and you and I know the problems that are bedeviling us. So if we can overcome those problems, you can afford to stay in Nigeria. That must be a reason why you are made in Nigeria, right? So for me, there's no regret because I can get something to show for my efforts, for my desire, for pursuing my dream in Nigeria. So if I'd waited, I'd been waiting, or I had been expecting that in the next 5 years I will get a visa or something. What would have happened? I would stop without achieving anything, right? So for me, there's no regret. If another opportunity comes and the japa syndrome is tilting on my side and is working in my favor, or why not? So I'll simply pick up another opportunity to do something higher, to just become better than I am right now. All right, that's it.